Hello and welcome to Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage. We are in the launching of August 2020, and today we are about to get into an all signs collective read. This means everyone at once. A sort of last call for the launching of August here. And so, all my zodiac signs. Let's see how we get together when all of us are in a room. And we'll start this tarot reading with the Knave of Chalices, the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we have our first 5 cards here. The first card is the Page of Cups in reverse. With this this Page of Cups energy here, I see pages being about good news, about being intentfully looking at something, and also being about a youthful energy. So with this Page of Cups in reverse here, I'm getting that some of us are looking for, we're slightly looking for a little good news in the love department, or some good news within our emotional health. Because followed by the Page of Swords, followed by the Page of Cups, we had the 6 of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Cups upright, we have the Chariot, and we also have the 10 of Swords. So it seems that most of us here are dealing with a very, I don't want to call it burdening something, but a very impactful end. And it may be to an emotional state of being or emotional thought process that we carry. But following the Page of Cups, we had the 6 of Swords in reverse. The 6 of Swords being about a transition into calm waters from, rough ones, dealing with very tumultuous emotional energy here with this Page of Cups here, this Knave of Cups. So, I'm picking up here that we were looking for good news. We were looking for some progress. We were looking for forward movement in this process. Looking for that transition into calmer waters from some rocky ones here with this 6 of Swords. But following that 6 of Swords, we had the 4 of Cups. So we have Cups, Swords, Cups. And I'm getting that the situation that we moved into, or just the emotional state of being that we moved into, or maybe we're looking into moving towards, is still not showing a silver lining on the cloud. It's still not the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, because following that 6 of Swords in reverse, which is kind of like a stalemate or a lack of transition, a lack of movement, we have the 4 of Cups upright, representing boredom and stagnation, representing some still waters running deep here. All signs group. So this boredom and the stagnation, it's very much so at the precipice, at the front, and at the forefront of our minds. But with this Chariot card here, the Chariot representing the vehicle of movement within our lives, within the cosmos. We are still looking forward to movement here on the other end, because on the beginning side of the situation, we have the Six of Swords in reverse, not being able to transition into calmer waters. And we have, following that, after the Four of Cups, the Chariot card showing up. And this Chariot here says, yes, we are still looking for forward movement. We are still looking for progress. We are still looking for better days to come. But what we are seeing ahead is better days at a cost of a lot of ties cut, a cost of maybe some limbs lost, a cost of maybe some sort of decapitation. So we'll go down a tier and see if we can bridge some of the gaps here in this reading signs. And see if we can add some direction to the situation that seems to be showing up. It's very much so reflective of the top here, collective. Between the Knight of Cups, between the Page, the Knave, between the Page of Cups and the Six of Swords reversed, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So there is some celebration, some communal celebration, a coming together in a very festive way that we are looking forward here in love, emotionally. We're looking for some grand expression of love. If love was a water, we're kind of looking for the show in front of, I believe it's the Bellagio or whatever hotel it is in Las Vegas that has the grand water show with its fountains. We're looking for that effect here in our lives and in this year and in this time, with this Three of Cups between the Page of Cups in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse. But to bridge the Six of Swords and the Four of Cups, we have the Eight of Swords, more confinement that we are feeling here. We're feeling this lack of transition with the Six of Swords in reverse, with this Four of Cups of boredom and stalemate, very much a Two of Swords energy. But we have popping up here this Eight of Swords. It's a card of confinement, a card of, just being overwhelmed and pinned down by the force of the situation. Following this Chariot, we have the Chariot, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Cups, and now we have the Eight of Swords. So it's not long after moving through this energy that we feel overwhelmed and we feel pinned down and not able to process between this Six of Swords, and this Four of Cups. But good news is, as we transition from left to right, as we've seen at the top layer, within this bottom layer here, we have the Knight of Swords that comes across the Four of Cups and also the Chariot card. This Knight of Swords here being a very fast moving, very forward energy, a very battle hardened energy. It might not always be the cleanest victory, but it's very more so often a clean one than not here with this Knight of Swords. But also I'm seeing that this situation here with this boredom and this Chariot, as it shows with this Knight of Swords, might be coming up that some of us are very quick-minded here with this Chariot. We're ready to move forward, and with that curse of being quick-minded comes a overlooking of fine details. It comes with that a lack of attention to the subtle undertones that very much make up the musical note that is our symphony of love. You know, this Four of Cups and this Chariot here being bridged by the Knight of Swords is only followed by the Three of Swords to bridge the Chariot and the Ten of Swords. So between this Chariot energy and this Ten of Swords energy here, we have the Three of Swords, a card upright about heartache and pain, a card about suffering and loss that often goes into one requiring rest. You know, this we're bleeding out here. You know, as I come to the end of the second row here, I hear I keep bleeding your love, and that would very much so be a theme for this very slow moving, stale situation. Even though Pentacles haven't manifested here yet, there's very much a very thick earth energy about all of these swords and cups. You know, we only have swords and cups here expressed over different layers of the tarot. So, you know, emotionally here, we're getting sharp. You know, some of us might be high pressure jets or high pressure cannons in the situations that we're dealing with. So we're just gonna go to the Wildwood Tarot deck here to bridge this last little row here and see what we can bring about. We have more swords with the Queen of Arrows, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Mirror, and also the King of Bows or the King of Wands. So with this Queen of Swords, this Queen of Arrows here in reverse, I'm getting, you know, this wand on the lake bridging the Three of Cups and the Eight of Swords inverted. You know, there's very much turmoil and feeling upside down and unrooted with those of us who identify with the feminine energy as our main identifier and our main title. Those of us who are dealing with very much stable, grounded, very much often, you know, catering and observant feminine energies, we might find that those energies that we are dealing with are not reflective of what they usually are. Because following that, we have the Mirror, you know, a card about introspection, almost as yearning and as introverted as the moon, but more direct, as the character in this card here holds a crystal globe as they hold the mirror to their chest and try to look into whatever is causing them some kind of turmoil or some kind of just harmful manifestation here as we come into the ending of this August launching to find a neutral node. But also across the mirror, across the looking glass from the Queen of Arrows, the Queen of Swords, we have the King of Bows, the King of Wands. You know, also very much a direct forward energy out of place here, inverted or not upright. You know, we're used to dealing with a very powerful creative energy that provides in a very effortless way, that manifests with tools that often cause wonder for the partner. But this masculine king energy here in the end is also out of balance. You know, we are all going through it here lately, it seems to be. So, collective, we'll just end this reading here with a pull from the crypt deck and see if we can confound and maybe add a beautiful ribbon to this elixir of love we have going on here. So from the crypt deck, we pull from the center the Ace of Pentacles, inverted, very much a tattered and patched card here. This Ace of Pentacles, inverted, often indicative of a beautiful start in home or in finances as it pertains to the physical job itself. Often pertaining to opportunities of gifts here and love. So maybe the message as we end here, collective, is try surprising your counterpart with a gift, something physical that they like, um, something that very much fits into their routine that they have here, as we are constricted to the house more often than not in this year. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords on all these swords here. So whether masculine or feminine, let us all be looking with this page here, this youthful, this scholarly energy. Let us all be looking into the love that we are involved with and the love that we are dealing with, and let it not be filled with delayed and disappointing news, and let it last forever. At least the love you have for yourself internally. But collective, as we end this reading here, if emotionally, with these aces and with the focus being on the masculine and the feminine energies in the relationship, looking at each other, if some of you guys are having trouble um, conceiving, this Ace of Pentacles here, maybe a gift to spice up the life might also bring the gift of life that you were looking for. So maybe introduce some other objects into play. But this has been Tarot from the Crypt. I am Lotus God Sage, wishing you guys out there much peace and love as we end this August launching of 2020 and all the chaotic things that we have encountered this year. Love yourself and others.